I am about to replant one of my small, some people call it Swiss cheese Monstera, because I just purchased it from this beautiful little vegan spot that I found around here that is owned by a wonderful member of the LGBTQ community. Shout out to you. He is fabulous. He is so fabulous, but he sells wonderful, delicious vegan food as well as these beautiful plants. It was doing well, but you guys know sometimes when you bring it out of one environment to the next, see, I was kind of droopy. Okay, so I did a little bit of research. Seems like it's potted. This substrate is just like a cocoa core type of substrate with little pieces of perlite, which probably was fine in that environment because it got plenty of sun, which it gets a good amount of sun in here. And I also have plant lights to kind of supplement it. But I wanted to put it into something that's called an arid mix. Okay, you can make this up yourself, which I will be making up a batch pretty soon. But this arid mix has cocoa core, it has orchid bark, cocoa husk, biochar, pumice, worm castings, and mycorrhizae. Okay, so this is nutrient rich, chunky. It's a chunky, well draining mix. It promotes airflow and for root oxygenation. Okay, so in the wild, these things kind of grow and they latch on to different parts of the rainforest of a tree. You know, there might be a little moss here, a little bark here, and it can climb up and get pretty big. Okay, even though this is one of the smaller specimens, smaller species of the Monstera. Okay, so when you're taking a lot of the medium out, as you can see, they're pretty root brown. And they like to be like that. Root brown meaning just kind of tightly knit. They like to be like that, but I want to kind of loosen it up so that way these wonderful roots can get some good air. And you want to just take your time and be very patient when you're doing this. You don't want to rip into there because the plant is a living thing. Okay, and this can actually be shocking to the plant. Okay, it was already shocking from one environment to the next. Now she like, girl, you all up in my business. You all up in my roots and, unpeeling me and seeing what's going on. I'm thinking it looks like there's actually two plants in here. So if I really wanted to plant two different plants, I can actually take this one off and then I'll have two of these Monstera plants, which I think I'm going to do that. And then I'll see how they do with this arid mix here. All right. So let me see here. I think I found the culprit. You know when you guys are doing like the little seed starter kits and it has like the little cloth thing and they like, oh, it'd biodegrade. It didn't biodegrade. Okay, and so what it was kind of like a little root bound inside of a root bound, so that wasn't too good for the plant. So it's actually good that I got up in these roots. Okay, and I'm just slowly but surely trying to get all of this